Hey, my name is Jønathan, and today we're going to talk about how queer parents save lives. Queer parents save lives. 44% of same-sex couples adopt children, if I'm correct. 44%. When it comes to like foster homes or adoptions, there's no better situation for a kid to be in than be with two parents that want them. The stereotypes and stigmatization that's put on queer parents and making them seem like as if they're attacking kids is the most frustrating, like, ironic thing. These kids deal with neglect, they deal with abuse, they deal with all sorts of trauma from the parents that they were born with. And a queer couple comes in, don't know them at all, they take them into their home and they love them. There's like plenty of stories, and even like I remember there's this like TV show called The World's Strictest Parents, and there's this episode with this queer couple. I can probably put the link in the description, but it's like, and by the way, even like the parents in the video, they're not like super like strict in like the way like most of us think of strictness. Like they're not like that, you know, just wholesome. Like seeing a group of parents just like love children that's not theirs is the most like wholesome thing. Of course, with anything wholesome in the world, there's always a group of people that want to attack. States like Oklahoma, states like Alabama passed laws allowing taxpayer-funded child welfare agencies to refuse to place children with LGBTQ plus families if doing so conflicts with their religious beliefs. Meaning the issue that you have with queer parents has nothing to do with their ability to take care of kids, has nothing to do with their history of taking care of children. Because there's a lot of foster homes where they've taken care of kids for a while. Has nothing to do with them being licensed, because you have to have a license in order to be a foster parent. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with religion. Has to do with religion and your obsessed homophobia towards queer people. You would rather see a kid in a foster home, neglected, rejected, treated terribly, than them be with a loving family simply because that family is queer. You think it's better for them to be away from a family than to be with one simply because the family doesn't align with your religious beliefs. Mind you, majority of queer people, majority of the LGBTQ plus community are Christian. Majority of them are Christian. So it's like, it's not even, they're gonna keep them away from the Christian faith. They are Christian. They are. So it makes it even more ridiculous, like, when you look at it that way. Like, you're rejecting a group of people that probably align with your religious beliefs. There's literally a Jubilee video as well of a guy who, in response to one of the foster kids that was adopted, they literally say that she was raised the wrong way because she wasn't raised by a nuclear family with a dad and a mom.
And I agree.
And
children need love,
heterosexual,
but also children need order.
Absolutely.
So therefore, in a same-sex house, the order, the natural order is being stripped away. I'm not saying you don't love your daughters. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the order. You love your two dads? That's great. They support you, they love you, they do things for you, they provide for you. That's amazing. But you're missing the substance of order that can help guide you in different directions.
Can I speak, please? What am I missing? Pinpoint exactly what I am missing. And how, what am I missing from that fundamental?
I can say this. We don't know you personally. So when we say that you're missing something from not having a mother, you're missing guidance in different ways. Anybody can fabric the real femininity can only come from her mother. I can only do so much.
I'm really sorry.
Do you want to talk about it?
I just haven't been told I was raised wrong in a long time. I didn't know it. I didn't know my family was not normal until other people decided to tell me that.
And that was nobody else's business to say that.
No.
She was raised the wrong way. I'm gonna be real with you. I was raised by a dad and a mom. And I was raised the wrong way. They did not accept me at all. They still don't accept me. So, what is your point in saying that? Besides just, oh, I just want to be homophobic really quick. Let me just throw this one out there. I mean, there's plenty of stories of, queer couples getting divorced. I don't know that many queer couples where the child was growing up in like domestic violence or anything like that. I'm sure there's out there. They're definitely not common. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that you being queer, you have more time to not think about kids, to not worry about children, more time to worry about yourself and work on yourself. You don't have to constantly think about wanting to raise a family, which is what unfortunately a lot of conservative nuclear families are. Their focus is, wanting to reproduce, which is so weird. I don't understand what's the rush in wanting kids. And it's just... And the rush to wanting kids leads to foster homes being filled to the brim. National data from the United States indicated that roughly 1 in 3 children will ever have a CPS investigation. 1 in 8 will ever experience confirmed maltreatment. And 1 in 17 will ever be placed in foster care. 1 in 17 children get placed in foster care. You neglected the kid. You didn't take care of the kid. Now, this isn't all kids that go into adoption, that go up for adoption. But this is a good amount. A lot of it has to do with neglect. A lot of it has to do with abuse. A lot of it has to do with all sorts of different things. And a queer couple, an LGBTQ plus parent, is coming in to take care of your mistakes that you made. And the most you can say is that that kid was raised the wrong way. We're coming here cleaning up your mistakes you've made. And you're saying a queer person wanting to take care of your child is a mistake. We haven't even put into factor queer kids that get raised in stray households, that get raised in conservative households. I literally have a video of a conservative parent threatening to make sure their kid is homeless. 40% of LGBTQ youth are homeless. And you straight people are telling us how to raise your kids. It is important to note that young people who identify as gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender can be particularly vulnerable to poverty due to risks of family rejection and its consequences. They may end up homeless, couch surfing, or in foster care, all of which can make finishing high school difficult. Those challenges are further intensified for young people of color. And you're telling us it's a mistake for us to raise your kids. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know why you conservatives have this much anger towards queer people. I don't know why you have this much anger towards LGBTQ people. I don't know why you have this much hatred towards LGBTQ people. I don't know why you feel this way. I don't know why you think you're right. I don't know why you think you're doing a good service for children. You conservatives are okay with getting rid of free lunch, You conservatives don't want universal childcare. You conservatives are getting mad at people like Zoran for providing, or going after providing, at the very least, universal childcare. You conservatives are mad at it. No free lunch, no daycare, no after-school care programs. But we should listen to you when it comes to raising children. You want me as a gay person to listen to you when it comes to raising children. Because your God said this is the way it should be. A lot of arguments they did make in that video as well was you need a man and a woman in order for the overall best development of the child. I don't know about you. I had a man and a woman, and my development didn't go well, and a lot of it had to do with them not accepting me for who I am, and them ostracizing me, abusing me. I'll just throw the word out there, I don't care. And there's plenty of men in my life, outside of my parents, that helped raise me better than they did. A dad and a mom not being in the home does not mean the kid is completely away from a man and a woman. There's plenty of men and women in the world that the kid can be influenced by. They're positive influences. The argument is stupid. Another argument that conservatives love to make: well, if a kid is raised by a queer parent, it's going to influence them to be queer. You mean the same way my straight parents influenced me to be queer? You mean how my straight parents influenced me to be queer, right? Influenced me to be queer. Makes sense, right? Yeah. Makes so much sense. I grew up with 2 straight parents, and I ended up very gay. It will hurt the population increasing long term. I literally just said foster homes are booming. I don't understand what population size has anything to do with the way a kid should be raised, especially when the same population demographic that's telling me it's going to be harmful for the long-term population size is okay with kids being homeless and okay with us murdering kids in other nations. The same party that is telling us about population size is okay with blowing up a school of 150 children, telling us we need to worry about the population size. The hypocrisy is over there. It never leaves. It is kind of like the showing of they don't care about science, they don't care about research, they don't care about any of that. They just care about their feelings and their Old Testament. And like social studies, part of it is learning about social groups. That's part of social studies, is learning about different people. It's not just learning about what you think is appropriate for them to learn. You guys think the Bible is appropriate for kids to learn? And there's plenty of graphic stories in the Bible. Shout out to the queer parents. Shout out to all of the LGBTQ plus fathers, mamas. You guys aren't talking points. You guys aren't statistics. You guys are champions. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and yep, see you soon.